In Pinewood Estates, a peaceful Atlanta suburb, my radar for prejudice sharpened as one of four African American families howled the moment the Caldwells came to 247 Oak Lane. 3 years ago, Evelyn Caldwell, whom I now refer to as the sprinkler sheriff, would scurry her grandkids inside when I came with my prize-winning alias, her eyes flashing as if I was a threat. I'm Marcus Reynolds, 42, a financial advisor and proud owner of Corner Lot, 243 Oak Lane, where I've transformed a dilapidated property into a neighborhood gem with trimmed lawn and an intelligent irrigation system that beats Georgia's blistering summers. The Caldwells, however, allowed their lawn to deteriorate. Grass burned flower beds, wilted, choked, yet still managed to squeeze out the budget for a gaudy above-ground pool that screamed low-budget Evelyn, with her manager pressuring Auburn Bob hosted raucous pool parties, while her husband Leonard, a Pinewood Heights police sergeant, strutted in off-duty hours like he owned the block. Our exchanges were short but heavy, Evelyn grasping her purse at the supermarket, Leonard knocking over my trash cans with his giant truck. No apology, we maintained a skinny veneer of nods, never words, until a humid Saturday when the air was as warm and damp as a wet blanket and everything shifted. My Ring doorbell rang as I labored in my home office. John Coltrane's saxophone held mid-note. Evelyn stood on my porch in a gay swimsuit, cover-up sunglasses, sitting foot-tapping. I opened the door, forcing a smile. "Good afternoon, Mrs. Caldwell. How can I assist? No nicety." She cut to the chase. "Your water pressure is higher than ours. We're having Leonard's police friends overnight, and our pool half full. We need your spigot. Not a request, a demand, as if my water belonged to her to demand." "I'm afraid that won't be possible," I said. Voice firm. "My water charge is high from the garden." She dismissed me off. "It's water, Marcus. Don't be obstinate." The hesitation prior to obstinate had a more unpleasant word I'd heard too frequently. "Perhaps call the water company regarding your pressure." I proposed irritation building, but obscured her face reened. Leonard said, "Your kind never cooperate. It's for the kids." Your kind. There it was. "We're finished here," I said, closing the door as she spat, "Leonard won't like this." I wasn't shaken. I had been prepared years of insults. Subtle and blatant had prepared me to protect my property, bristled with 247 cameras, audio and video, a high-level security system, and an attorney, Nathan Brooks, on retainer. Evelyn had walked into a trap she didn't know, and I was about to let her unmask herself reviewing the tape. I saw her on her phone, gesturing frantically as she stormed home. This was not over an hour later. My cameras beeped once more. Leonard standing full police regalia with Evelyn, his hand resting on his holster. Cheap power move. I pressed record on my phone before opening the door. "Mr. Reynolds," Leonard said, omitting hellos. "We've got a misunderstanding." Evelyn smiled behind him, believing they had me trapped. "Evening officer called?" "Well," I answered, unperturbed. "No misunderstanding. Your wife wanted my water for your pool." I said no. Leonard took a step forward, crowding me around here. We assist one another. "That's how things go around here. Code for their turf, not mine. Even though I've been here 8 years, I'm neighborly," I said. "Holding ground but filling your pool isn't reasonable." His jaw clenched. "You calling me unreasonable? Know who you're speaking to, a neighbor in uniform dealing with a personal issue which is improper," I shot back. Evelyn interrupted, voice syrupy. "We're worried about your waterway sprinklers at odd hours, hoses left on a bald lie." "Are you accusing me?" I asked my systems, award-winning for efficiency. Neighbors complained. Leonard doubled down. I nearly laughed. "Are you here? Officially? Should I call the station? Or my lawyer? About an officer abusing his badge?" "Leonard's?" I twitched. "Watch your tone." Boy in my cameras. My phone. I stood still. "Call me Mr. Reynolds," and stepped back. "You're uninvited." Evelyn, sensing trouble, tugged him. "Leonard, let's go. He's got no community spirit." He glared, then grumbled. "This ain't over, retreating." My cameras and phone captured everything. I called their shock was nearly hilarious. Evelyn's mouth flapped. Leonard blustered, "You can't record me, George's one-party consent." I said, "Now leave." Evelyn's hissed these people as they left, sealed their fate. I backed up footage to the cloud, called Nathan, and logged every Caldwell slight clutching trash cans, all of it. They brought a hose to a legal showdown, and I was armed Sunday morning sunny, but I missed my patio coffee going over tape. Nathan insisted distance, but never-ending recording let them dig their own grave. By 10 a.m., cars swarmed the Caldwell's cruisers, SUVs, cops for their pool party. I stayed in the background, eyeing officers with plastic cups, the pool still half full. A backyard camera warning halted me cold. Evelyn and a woman. Clara climbed over my fence, laughing like burglars. Evelyn dragged my hose, fattening up an extension rush. Clara, she whispered that he wouldn't notice these people don't keep up bills, always craving handouts. Name it reparations. Clara hesitated but obeyed. I hit record, stepped away. Mourning women in need. Faces froze. Clara embarrassed, Evelyn defiant, borrowing only water. She lashed out, since you've been so self-centered. Borrowing's permission? You asked. I told her this is trespass and theft. Clara let go the hose, trembling. Evelyn, you said he should. Evelyn spat, it's my water, I corrected, leave, or I file charges. Leonard's voice echoed over the fence. Everything all right in swim trunks. He sat on a chair, scowling. Your wife's trespassing, stealing water, I said. Phone up, put that away, he snarled. I can record on my property, Georgia law fighting, he told Evelyn home. This ain't over. Reynolds, I'll be calling your station shortly. I said I called the trespass into the non-emergency line and asked for a non-Caldwell officer, and let Nathan know Officer David Harper, a black veteran unfazed by Leonard, arrived scanning footage. Henderson's wife trespassed to steal water, and he threatened you in uniform. He clarified, shaking his head. This will be investigated. Mr. Reynolds, as he wrote. The Caldwell party went silent. Guests fleeing, sensing trouble, the half-full pool set abandoned. Monday my doorbell rang. Captain Isaiah Carter, Internal Affairs, with Lieutenant Maria Lopez, stood grave. We're here about your complaint, Carter said. Badge gleaming in my living room, he apologized. This is unacceptable. We've seen your footage, Lopez inserted, using a badge for personal disputes plus racial bias breaks policy. I agreed. My issues with Caldwell, not the department. Carter disclosed Leonard's suspension pending investigation. A surprise, they examined my evidence, carefully vowing action as they exited, Evelyn observing from her drive, backing off. When I saw that evening, a lawyer, Gregory Holt, requested the Caldwells with an apology and fees to settle privately harassment trespass slurs. I enumerated, citing I was recording the complaints filed, internal affairs involved. Holt's desperation mounted. This would kill Leonard's career consequences. Do that, I told, hanging up. Nathan was elated. They're terrified. Internal affairs happening quickly implies previous problems. Tuesday. Evelyn seemed deflated. Eyes red. Sorry. She mumbled Leonard suspended, could lose his pension actions, have a cost. I told, she implored me to drop the complaint. Demonstrate remorse through change. I counseled the investigations out of my hands. She nodded, tearful, then added, your garden's lovely. A small gesture, but new neighbors mounted texts, calls tales of Caldwell bullying. A petition in support of my complaint reached 100 signatures, virtually every house. The Caldwell's pool tarped, jeered at their defeat. A police letter confirmed Leonard's firing for misconduct, harassment, and abuse, based on a pattern revealed by my case. Chief Daniel Pierce asked to talk at the station, spoken to respectfully. Pierce, a grizzled veteran, apologized. Henderson's firing was justified. He said Captain Carter noted others stepped forward after complaint revealing years of abuse. Pierce provided a citizen advisory position on an oversight community committee. We want your voice, he implored. I cautiously accepted, hopeful. A for sale sign appeared on the Caldwells. They relocated to Alabama. Leonard a mall guard. Evelyn left him. Their swimming pool was replaced with a garden. New next-door friends Dr. Eric and Vanessa Thompson moved in, black, friendly, cordial, inviting us to a barbecue. Officers there, including Carter and Harper, complimented my influence. Vanessa, eyeing my alias, discovered Caldwell's previous water violation notices to be ironic. Karma, the committee got momentum in reworking policies, gaining people's trust. My garden boomed solar panels and rainwater system reduced my bills supporting a yard font. A reference to justice running Pinewood Estates felt like home again. More without the Caldwell's shadow.